Okay, guys, I heard you. Listen, I get it. You want me to pick Squirtle? I will. I promise. Yeah, I'm picking Squirtle. It's really quite energetic. We have received our first Pokemon. Now, do I want to give a nickname to this Pokemon? I absolutely want to give a nickname to this Pokemon. I'd like to name it... Let's name it... What's a good name for a water turtle? How about... I'm really quite at a loss here. I'm gonna go with... Why don't we name it... Let's name it... It's a boy. I think the naming scheme should be... just names. And I'm feeling a Walter for this gentleman. We're gonna go with Walter. In future, if you'd like a Pokemon to be named something, you let me know, and I will try to accommodate. Now, Hana's taken this one. Now, Hana chose Bulbasaur, and we're going to understand why that was a smart choice in a moment. So I'm gonna... So he says that his Pokemon looks tougher than ours. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? That's Professor Oak's last Pokemon. So now what would you like? If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can battle it. So now we're safe. All right. Well, thanks so much. What do you mean? Let's check them out. It's just so interesting because what is the player's incentive at that point? You know what I mean? He says, go pick a Pokemon, and then he's like, don't worry, now you'll be safe. It's like, well, what? You know what I mean? So I just go back into my house and sleep? I mean, that's why they set it up so that the second you try to move, the guy challenges you to a battle. No. This is our first battle. Oak comes in for a little editorializing. He says, oh, for Pete's sake. So pushy. I don't know if it's pushy. Anyway, so he's saying that a battle is where trainers pit their Pokemon against one another, and the goal is to make your opponent's Pokemon faint. So here's the menu, the battle menu. You can try to just, I don't want to fight, you know, just run. It says, no, there's no running away from a Pokemon. So you can't run from a trainer battle, so we learned that. We are allowed to use items in the battle, but the only one we have right now is a potion. No need to do that. There's a Pokemon menu. It seems as though this is where we can look at the Pokemon, find out more about it. Let's look at the summary of our Squirtle here. We have, it's a water type. It's calm. These are its stats. That's its ability. More on that later. And those are its moves. You can dive into the menu here to see more important things. Now, looks like the only thing we can do is fight now. So, what's the correct play here? Well, this move deals damage. This move makes dealing damage deal more damage. The correct strategy in this fight is to just hit tackle over and over again. But I'm feeling lucky, and I want to show off the move. So we'll start with Tail Whip. This is going to lower Bulbasaur's defense stat, meaning our tackle attack is going to deal more. Now he's opted to tackle us. We're going to tackle him right back. And at this point, we've missed a tackle. I don't want to lose this battle if our HP... I think that was a glitch. I don't know what that was. I think that was a glitch. Yeah. Well, for those of you familiar about what just happened, I hope that gave you a good laugh. For those of you unfamiliar, the amount of damage that the opponent did increased by a lot because a certain percentage of the time when you use an attacking move, it has a chance to be a critical hit, and it will deal much more damage than it did when it's not a critical hit. And well, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. So he's won. We've lost our first battle. Now he says he's gonna pay for us. So I think maybe the calm nature, Squirtle was perhaps too calm. RC, raise your young Pokemon by making it battle. It has to battle for it to grow. Okay. Can I get the thing right there? Is that alright if can I just grab this, or do you wanna, okay. Alright, we're really off to a great start here. Now there's no directive. You know what I mean? There's absolutely no directive. He says, you know, battle by making it grow. So, and he says that to, you know, find Pokemon, we gotta go in the tall grass. I hear you, Oak. Loud and clear. She's talking about it too. So I suppose then the directive is to go ahead and do that. Let's see what she has to say. She's gonna give us a quick rest. Thank you. Thanks, Mom. We won't get into what that means exactly. It's a rest. I don't know. And what does she have to say? She wishes she had seen it. Trust me, you don't want to. All right, let's walk this way through the grass. Well, we are on, looks like we're on something called Route 1. So interesting, you know, it's just like, go make your Pokemon stronger. It's like, what, forever, you know, or what? I guess you just, you know, by the nature of video games, you just know you're supposed to keep a move on here. It's Pallet Town to Viridian City. That's what connects, that's what Route 1 connects to. Hi. So he works for something called a Pokemon Mart in Viridian City, which I suppose is up ahead, and gives us another free potion, which is very nice of him. I guess there's nowhere to go. Right. So this is a wild encounter. These are... I want that. I want that bad. I'm gonna get that. One day. Right now all we can do is just hit A. There's no strategy really. I mean, I can get into why it makes sense to do it this way. seeing as we have nothing to do but tackle. But so now that we've won, and we took some damage there. You can see we're in the yellow. We gained some experience. So I guess that's what Oak was having us do. Let's see here. What else? What else? What's this gentleman have to say? Yeah, those little ledges, we can actually jump over them. Oh, come on, you're taunting me, man. I would like that Pokemon so bad. I'm gonna be honest. You know, if I wanted to, I could train many Pokemon, but in this case, I'm going to be only training Pokemon I like, and Pidgey I like a lot. Now, I'm going to heal here for convenience. So you go back to full from that, although we are going to take another hit. Tackle here. Missed again. Walter, I think you're a little too calm, buddy. There we go. So now we've leveled up. We went from level 5 to level 6. We gained 2 hit points and did not receive a buff in attack, but did in every other stat. I mean, I'm just, so that's our totals now. Those numbers will all be more relevant later. This is the very beginning of the game where there's pretty much only one thing you can do, which is hit tackle over and over again. Let's spot the difference. Let's try. So we've experienced battles where I don't use this move, Tail Whip, to lower the defense before. Let's see if the result's the same. Lucky miss there. Another lucky miss there. Alright. Take it down, Pidgeys. Well, we certainly made our Pokemon stronger. Anything over here? No. So now that we've been on the road to Viridian City, just such a strange song when you think about it. It's like the shortest, most simple, basically straight line in history. We've now made it to Viridian. I think that's a good place to leave it. All right. Next time, we're gonna check this city out. Who knows? We could find. Oh, guys.